All right. Hello, everyone. It's fantastic to be back at the Bitcoin conference. And what a cool location Las Vegas is. But to be honest, it doesn't feel like that long ago since Nashville. And it's incredible to see what this industry has achieved in such a short amount of time. And speaking about Nashville, President Trump was on stage and he promised three things: free Ross, fire Gary, and build a Bitcoin strategic reserve. And well, we're almost living in that timeline. That's crazy, right? The price of Bitcoin since then, it's up. It's way, way up. And for a lot of people, price is the only thing that matters. But price alone is not going to evolve finance. The technology, the infrastructure, and how it's used to solve real-world use cases will. I'm Tristan Dickinson. I'm the CMO of Exsat Network. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about what Exsat is building, how it solves real-world use cases, and why you should be excited. And to do this, I'm going to take you on a little journey into the future. We're at the Bitcoin conference in 2030, and we're going to discuss what Bitcoin banking looks like. Then I'm going to ground you back in the present day, and I'm going to explain how Exsat is laying the foundations to bring this vision into reality. It's 2030. Crypto's market cap is 40 trillion. Bitcoin is trading at 1 million. Bitcoin and digital assets, they're no longer niche, they're now mainstream. And whilst everyone knows about Bitcoin, more and more people are learning about digital assets. And whilst you might not know it, the benefits that Web3 has brought to your banking experience. 5 years earlier, Eric Trump was on stage at Token2025, and he said if banks don't embrace crypto, they'll become extinct. At the time, that sounded like conference excitement. But as we step into the future, it turns out he was right. A lot of banks adapted, but some didn't. But the banks that moved beyond custody, who enabled crypto-native solutions, real on-chain access, and programmable money, those are the banks that are leading today. The banks that move beyond you can buy Bitcoin, and they built towards a unified mission: put your Bitcoin to work. And Exsat had been laying the foundations for this for years. We didn't want to try and rebuild the bank. We wanted to build something that banks could one day plug into, a system designed for crypto and Bitcoin from the ground up. And as we step into 2030, Bitcoin banking is not just an idea. It's a better banking experience. And in 2030, I have a pocket bank. It lives on chain. It's intelligent. It's mine. I borrow it against my Bitcoin because it's classified as an asset class now, not just a speculative position, but real financial collateral. My life insurance, it's priced against my entire wealth portfolio because that's how wealth is measured now. I get paid in stable coins, and my Exsat Pay card, it manages everything from in-store payments to in-store scans. It even manages cross-border transfers. When I signed up, I didn't scan my passport. I onboarded via a decentralized identity that's tied to my KYC. And my built-in AI agent, it helps me manage my everyday tasks. It rebalances, it checks my credit limits, it even filters merchants. But it's working quietly in the background, so I never have to think about it. And all of this runs through Exsat's modular banking layer. It combines custody, payments, compliance, and intelligent automation. It's not just better UX, it's a better banking experience. But the best infrastructure is the infrastructure that disappears. Because no one cares about TCP/IP, they just care that Netflix loaded. And that's the same for Exsat. You don't care what RAM, UTXO index finality means. You just know your stablecoins were transferred instantly. I get paid in stables, I transfer to family in El Salvador, and I spend in Istanbul, all in seconds. But under the hood, UTXO data, DID, KYC, and Lightning finality. You're never going to see these features, but they're what makes the experience work. And in 2030, experience is instant. The lines between Web 2 and Web 3, they've been eliminated. Leading banks run on blockchain, but the best banks leverage and are powered by Exsat with Bitcoin front and center. Scalable, it's composable, and it's final in less than a second. But let's go back to the macro view in 2030. It's not called Bitcoin DeFi anymore. It's just called finance. Bitcoin is still the base layer. It's still the anchor, but it's not just stored anymore. It's liquid. In 2025, the majority of Bitcoin sat idle. That's over 600 billion. Is it secure? Yes, it is. But is it earning yield? No. But today in 2030, that same Bitcoin, it powers my everyday life. It's earning yield through hybrid strategies, staking, restaking, delta neutral cash and carry. It's available to everyone on Exsat, not just the wealthy few. It's managed by trusted custodians, and it's verified through on-chain proof of reserves. My Bitcoin stays in my control. I never lose custody. It's collateral for a loan, it's liquidity under my credit line. It's working quietly in the background while my Exsat pay card is booking flights or buying dinner. Exsat is a transport layer for Bitcoin now. BTC might not be what moves, but it's what makes everything move. And my cold storage, it earns, it lends, it settles, and it scales. Because Bitcoin secures the new financial system, and Exsat scales it. We used to call it Bitcoin banking just to explain it. And in 2030, it's just called banking. With Exsat, I can deposit, borrow, earn, and lend, and I can do this in a seamless way. People trust it because it's secure. They stay because it's fast, and it just works. Because experience is, as it always will be, king. And in 2030, Exsat makes your banking experience better. It merges Bitcoin security with composable and compliant banking tooling. Now, I hope you enjoyed the journey into 2030, but let's be realistic. Let's come back to the present day, and let's talk through how Exsat aims to achieve this futuristic vision. Exsat isn't a Bitcoin bank, not yet, but we're building the foundations to become one. But really, this concept all came from UTXO data. We placed Bitcoin's UTXO data, 170 million rows, 96 gigabytes, on a decentralized database that we call RAM. In time, it's going to allow users the ability to query, read, and write to that data. Recently, we launched the Exsat Bank Portal. Stablecoins in, BTC gas out, no confusion, and no fees. We're building the transport layer for Bitcoin by mirroring Bitcoin, but bringing instant finality, modular custody options, and composable architecture. We're introducing a DoD-based compliance system that will support lending, borrowing, and payments. And there are more innovations and more partnerships that'll be announced in the coming days and the coming weeks. But all partnerships, products, integrations, and solutions, they all push in the same direction. A better banking experience, powered by Bitcoin, powered by Web3, and powered by Exsat. To understand what we're building, you really have to understand what we're improving upon. Banks made sense in the world they were born into. It's a world of vaults, ledgers, and local risk. But composability wins in a programmable world. Banks can be monoliths, but Exsat is modular. Custody, compliance, identity, and yield, they all work together, but they aren't tied to each other. And that's why this works. It's not all or nothing, it's plug and play. Your wallet is your bank. Your data is your passport. Your Bitcoin, that's your collateral. It's what banks struggle to offer users, but it's what users expect. And the UTXO Foundation and mirrored Bitcoin ecosystem, they're not theoretical upgrades. They've unlocked measurable traction. Today, Exsat has more than 572 million in TVL. That makes it one of the largest projects in the Bitcoin ecosystem. There's over 70 validators validating on the network, with more than 30 validators staking 100 Bitcoin each. That extends their trust to the network. Over 50% of the global Bitcoin mining hash rate synchronizes data on the network. And that combines the world's most secure mining infrastructure with the world's most programmable Bitcoin layer. And from a yield point of view, today users earn anywhere from 5 to 15% APY from a combination of staking, restaking, or different trading strategies. And with over 32 partnerships and counting, this isn't a white paper. These are real systems moving real assets, generating real returns. It's on-chain, it's measurable, and it's rapidly growing. But as you know, all finance runs on incentives. Exsat doesn't ignore this, it builds upon it. Exsat stands for Extend Satoshi. And we wanted to extend Satoshi's vision with the native token, XSAT. Exsat has a 21 million total supply. It has halving periods, but the most important part, there's no pre-mining and there's no pre-allocation. It's a fair launch model. You earn the Exsat token from mining Bitcoin blocks, synchronizing data and validating data. And with the recently introduced Tokenomics 2.0, we've added further utility to the token as well. It's going to give you access to a discounted fees, going to give you high yield possibilities, VIP levels for banking, and from a service point of view, that same on-chain UTXO layer, it will give you access to it. But there'll be more utility and more innovations that we bring out in the coming days, coming weeks, and coming months. But really, you can't stop at protocol rewards. In Bitcoin, you need to think bigger. And we asked ourselves a question really early on. How can my Bitcoin earn yield without sacrificing trust, security, and custody? And the answer to that comes in the form of hybrid yield. It combines the best of on-chain with the best of off-chain. It works with trusted custodians who mirror your asset onto an exchange and they earn yield for you. But the best part about this, your assets stay in your control. They stay in your custody. It's Bitcoin earning yield from multiple sources without ever leaving the vault. Because most DeFi is built on liquidity risks and layering. This is built on infrastructure. It's composable, it's measurable, and it's rapidly growing. Because we didn't just want to extend Satoshi's vision. We wanted to extend what Bitcoin can do. Now, if you've liked what I've had to say today, I encourage you to go and talk to the team. We're right there. You can't miss us. We're booth 2339. Roll some dice, grab some merch, and have a chat with the team. If you're a developer, come and build on us. If you're a user, use the platform. And if you're an institution, come and partner with us. Because what I've spoken through today, it's not a concept. It's how we, Exsat, become the transport layer for Bitcoin. And tomorrow, Yves LaRose, who's the founder of Exsat, is going to be on stage over there, Nakamoto stage. You can't miss it. He's going to take you deeper into the network, and he's got some major partnerships and announcements, so don't miss it. 11 a.m. tomorrow. Now to close, whilst we're talking about what's being built on Exsat, Exsat was proud to be a part of the Bitcoin Conference Hackathon. And as a part of that, we're thrilled to announce the winner. The winner of the Exsat Hackathon is Bitlend. Unfortunately, Bitlend couldn't be here today, but I've got Mason from the Bitcoin Conference that's going to accept their award. Can we give a big congratulations to Bitlend? Yeah, boy.
Awesome.
Nice. Boom. Thank you.